The Philadelphia 76ers just flipped the script on the Boston Celtics, and now they are coming for more. After that shocking Game 2 blowout, the Sixers are sitting on a massive momentum shift as they head back to Philly. But for coach Nick Nurse, the winning formula is all about one specific rotation change. It is time to talk about why Andre Drummond needs to be the clear anchor at the 5 spot for the rest of this series.
Never run out of battery again with the INIU portable charger, the slimmest 10,000 mAh power bank that keeps your devices charged on the go. Stay powered up wherever you go. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
Speaking of that high-stakes series, the biggest question in the league remains the status of superstar Joel Embiid. Following his appendectomy, the Sixers are finally shedding some light on his road to recovery. We are tracking every move he makes at practice and breaking down what those recent walkthrough appearances actually mean for his potential return to the lineup. Coach Nick Nurse is officially sounding the alarm of hope regarding Joel Embiid. With the series' intensity ratcheting up, the team is openly discussing his desire to get back on the court as soon as possible. We are diving into the latest updates on his strength and conditioning progress and why the coaching staff is optimistic about the steps he is taking right now. Reporter Adem Bona is confirming that the latest Sixers practice was kept light, but every minute of participation for Joel Embiid is a victory. As the team gears up for a crucial Game 3, we are looking at the specific adjustments and walkthroughs that could define the next chapter of this playoff battle. If you want to stay ahead of every update on the Sixers, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell so you never miss a beat. Did you really think the Sixers were dead in the water after that Game 1 disaster? Think again. Philadelphia just stormed into Boston and completely flipped the script, handing the Celtics a 14-point reality check on their own home court. The series is tied. The Sixers have stolen home court advantage, and suddenly, the mood in the East has shifted entirely. Now look, the headline here is clearly the heroics of VJ Edgecombe and Tyrese Maxey. Those two combined for 59 points and looked absolutely lethal from beyond the arc. But if Nick Nurse wants to prove that this performance wasn't just a flash in the pan, he has to make one crucial, non-negotiable adjustment before tip-off in Game 3. Put more faith in Andre Drummond and cut the reliance on Adem Bona. It's not a knock on Bona's potential, but right now, he is struggling to make those minutes count. While Drummond isn't the high-flying rim protector he once was, he brings a veteran stability that this short-handed squad desperately needs. Surprisingly, Drummond has evolved into a legitimate corner three-point threat. It sounds bizarre to say out loud in 2026, but that floor spacing is exactly what allows the offense to breathe when the half-court set stalls out. Conversely, Bona's offensive game is virtually non-existent right now. Sure, his defensive energy is undeniable, but it lacks the polish and the rebounding consistency required to win a dogfight against a team like Boston. With Joel Embiid still sidelined and no real return date in sight, the Sixers need to lean on what works, not what might work later. It is time to commit to the veteran. If Philly wants to keep this momentum rolling, they need to ride the hot hand at the 5 spot and let Drummond anchor that front court. If you agree that Drummond is the key to keeping the Celtics in a blender, smash that like button and let me know your thoughts on the rotation in the comments below. After all, in the playoffs, you don't play for potential, you play for the win. Can the Philadelphia 76ers survive the storm without their MVP? That is the billion-dollar question looming over Philly as they prep for a pivotal Game 3 against the Celtics. Joel Embiid, fresh off an appendectomy on April 9, is currently in a race against time, and we finally have a pulse on his recovery. During Thursday's practice, the Sixers offered a glimmer of hope. Embiid is actively working through his strength and conditioning program and even dipped his toes into some light walkthroughs. Now, let's be real. Coach Nick Nurse was quick to manage expectations, noting that it wasn't exactly a high-intensity session. It was more of a heavy-duty film study and tactical walkthrough, but in the brutal grind of the playoffs, any movement from your superstar is a massive morale boost. Here is the tricky part. Recovery isn't a straight line. Nurse described it as a roller coaster of ups and downs, acknowledging that the staff is monitoring how Embiid's body reacts as they ramp up the workload. It is truly a day-by-day gut check. We all know what Embiid brings to the table. He is the ultimate insurance policy, capable of masking roster flaws and turning a struggling offense into a championship contender. If he suits up, this series' narrative flips on its head instantly. Coach Nurse is clearly optimistic, stating that both the team and the big man himself are desperate to get him back on that hardwood. The progress is there, but the finish line remains a mystery. We will see if that momentum holds as Game 3 hits the court Friday and Game 4 follows on Sunday. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and let me know in the comments. Do you think the Sixers can force a Game 5 if Embiid stays sidelined? Sometimes, the most dangerous team is one with everything to lose and absolutely nothing to fear. Is the Philadelphia 76ers championship window flickering or just catching its breath? Everyone's eyes are locked on Joel Embiid's recovery, and for good reason. Head coach Nick Nurse finally broke the silence, sharing a sentiment that feels both encouraging and cautiously optimistic. He told reporters that while we're still waiting on concrete updates, the mood in the building is undeniably hopeful. The core message here is simple yet powerful. Embiid wants to be out there, and the organization is desperate to have him back. It is that classic tug-of-war between wanting to push for a playoff run and ensuring your superstar doesn't risk long-term damage. Nurse admitted he doesn't have a crystal ball regarding exactly how close Joel is to suiting up, but he did confirm that progress is happening. And in the grind of an NBA season, any progress is a win. We know the Sixers are a completely different animal with their MVP on the floor, so watching this recovery process is going to be the most critical storyline of their season. Do you think Philly should rush him back for the sake of seeding, or play the long game? Let me know your take in the comments below, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button for the latest updates on the Eastern Conference race. Sometimes, the most important plays happen when the star is sidelined, but it is clear that for this team to truly compete, they need their giant back on the court. Ever wonder what a light practice really looks like for an NBA championship-caliber team? Well, Nick Nurse just pulled back the curtain on the Sixers' latest training session, and it sounds like they kept things strictly business. According to Adem Bona, Nurse described their time on the court as nothing more than a glorified walkthrough, focusing on refining a few tactical wrinkles rather than burning the midnight oil with high-intensity drills. Now the million-dollar question, or perhaps the championship-level question, remains: what exactly was Joel Embiid doing out there? Nurse kept his cards close to his chest and didn't offer any specifics on the big man's participation level. It's that classic playoff season mystery where every single movement is monitored, but nothing is ever truly revealed. Are they playing it safe, or is this just standard protocol for a squad trying to stay fresh? Let me know your take in the comments below. If they're holding back this much info now, you have to wonder if the real intensity is being saved for when the lights are brightest. Stay tuned, because in this league, the smallest details usually tell the biggest stories.